Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most distinguished guests. The year 2000 was by far the saddest and darkest year of my life. I'd broken up with the love of my life, and I was inconsolable. I cried until my eyelashes ached.
Oh.
I had TMJ from grinding my teeth in my sleep so badly. I was seeing a hypnotherapist, a chiropractor, and a dentist to help ease the pain. I just cannot tell you how miserable I was. Everywhere I went in Los Angeles reminded me of him. Everywhere we had been together at some time. And to compound matters, I would continually hear, "Hey Janine, where's Mike?" "Is Janine, is Mike coming too?" "Ooh, haven't seen Mike for a while." There was nowhere to go where I wasn't associated with my broken heart. 2001, I slinked into a brightly lit classroom of Toastmasters 90210. I didn't know a soul. Suited me fine because they didn't know Mike. I was intimidated by a group of very happy people chatting like they were old friends. At that time, I hated all happy people. I wasn't fond of unhappy people either because they didn't know the depth of my pain. All I remember from that meeting was clapping. And I just kept thinking, oh my God, they're clapping again. Oh my God, they're clapping again. They're clapping again. But as grace would have it, neither the Toastmaster, the President, or any of the speakers were called Mike. So the next week I went back, and I went every single week, no matter what. And I jumped in with both feet, and it didn't matter what I was asked to do, I would take the role. And sometimes I would cry the whole way there, but then I would end in this little bubble that was mic-free and friendly. Now, we all came into these rooms for different reasons. Every single one of us had a journey that brought us to Toastmasters and then to Storymasters. It doesn't matter how. We're here, and in my opinion, the end justifies the means. Now, in 15 years, of course I've learned a lot. Just showing up, you've got to learn something, right? But there are two things that have never been easy for me. One, beating Antoinette Byron in an evaluation contest. And the second, writing this speech easily and seamlessly. Now, I get lots of great ideas, don't get me wrong. My desktop is filled with them. But then, when I try and flush them out, I decide they just need to be flushed instead. What I needed was to go and study with an excellent storyteller that would give me the secret formula that I was desperate for. So like many of you, I took Barbara Clark. Yes, I'm going to be audacious enough to say the name, because it's downhill from here. I took Barbara Clark's storytelling workshop, and she's a wonderful, delicious storyteller. And as she handed out the formula, she leaned in, we leaned in with bated breath, and Barbara said, "If you do not follow my formula, you will fail." Now, I looked to my left, to my friend Jen Stewart, whose eyes went really wide. My head spun around a few times, my hair burst into flames, and that was pretty much all she wrote for me. In the meantime, I have taken it upon myself, you're welcome, to interview lots of great speakers, ones that have tapped on the doors to international. And I can tell you, every single person's journey is different. I've spoken to Anne Hastings, who never commits one word to paper. She is donating her brain to science. I spoke to Patrick recently, who's hit the international stage. He never writes a speech more than 3 times. How is that possible? I spoke to Dari and asked her about her late husband, Robert. What was their process? Dari told me that they come up with an idea and then they write it out and they keep refining it and refining it. But then Dari confided, sometimes I get an idea and the next morning I wake up and it's virtually written itself, like it was channeled from the divine. Listen, divine, I've been turning up religiously for 15 years. I have got nothing for free. So ladies and gentlemen, how we come to Toastmasters, it doesn't matter. How you write a speech is the same as how you get to San Francisco. Margaret might choose the scenic route, Sherwood might take a Learjet, and any one of you may decide to bike there for charity. It doesn't matter. Because if it is a good speech, the end justifies the means.